My vegan friend secretly changed my order to a plant-based meal, but by doing so, she ordered something I'm allergic to. So I got my sweet and meaty revenge. I, 28 female. Have a friend from college, Mia, 27 female. She moved to LA last year and became a vegan while I live in the Midwest. I'm supportive of her decision to be vegan, but it's just not for me. A couple of months back, we were FaceTiming and I was eating an omelet. She made a comment, "How can you eat eggs? Don't you know how mistreated those animals are?" I'm fortunate enough to own my own home, and as such, I have backyard chickens. The eggs I was eating literally came from the hens in my backyard. I brushed it off as a joke and said, "You do know I have my own chickens, right?" What do you think I am? Some mobster forcing these hens to lay eggs of the protection fee. If they don't meet their quota, I tie them up outside and let the coyotes sniff around to scare them into submission. Mia was less than amused and continued arguing with me. I kept brushing it off. Last week, I went out to visit her in LA. We hadn't seen each other in over a year. The day I landed, we went out to a restaurant. I ordered a burger with a gluten-free bun because I'm celiac. Mia started raving about how offensive it was to eat meat in front of her and said, "What if I were allergic?" I told her, "But you aren't allergic. My eating this doesn't impact you." Mia then left to go to the bathroom. When she came back, everything seemed normal until the food arrived. I thought the burger looked weird and asked the server about it. Apparently, Mia had gone and changed my order to a vegan patty while she was in the bathroom. And the kicker, the patty contained gluten, so she literally ordered something that would have made me super sick if I had eaten it. I told the server that this was a mistake and explained that I'm celiac and could not eat the burger. Mia started going off, saying I was being unreasonable, unwilling to try new things, and asking how I could dare eat meat in front of her. I told her, "You were the one being selfish, not respecting my choice, and putting my health at risk." What the hell is the matter with you? She refused to back down, so I left the restaurant. Mia kept blowing up my phone, demanding that I pay my part of the tab. I used the spare key she gave me, grabbed my suitcase, left the key with her roommate, and hightailed it to a hotel. Now this is the part where I might be the asshole. I went to a restaurant near my hotel, ordered a steak, and posted it on my social media. Well, of course, Mia saw it and continued to spam me on every platform imaginable. I ended up blocking her. Some of my friends say that taunting her with the steak was too far. Others agree that Mia was out of line for changing my order. Two relevant comments. Comment 1, well, started raving about how offensive it was to eat meat in front of her, and what if she was allergic? Then what's the point of going to a restaurant when everyone around her is eating meat? Response. You bring up a good point, and I don't know, maybe so there was something to fight about over to try and persuade those around her into being like her. I didn't really think that deep on it when she picked the restaurant. Comment 2, I order pork around my Muslim friends all the time, and they don't mind one bit. She's a bad friend and jeopardized your health. Update. Okay, I didn't expect there to be an update on this, but here we go. I previously mentioned that Mia had been reaching out to mutual friends to get in touch with me, specifically our friend Heather. Heather is a very sweet person, but she's a people pleaser and tends to parrot the last person she talked to. Heather lives in town while Mia moved to LA. Heather wants to broker peace because she's extremely uncomfortable with any sort of conflict. I had her over today. She wanted to discuss the Mia situation, but I kept reiterating that I had made up my mind and didn't want to hear it. I told her that if I wanted to talk about Mia and what she did, I would talk to Mia directly. Heather then said, "Well, it's not like all her points aren't valid. I mean, look at all those chickens." I asked, "What about my chicken's background?" My dad and I built a backyard chicken coop with an attached run. The chickens also get supervised yard time. I have 3 hens, Heather went on to say, and I'm assuming she was parroting Mia at this point, that it was inhumane and unethical for me to keep chickens, especially since I live in the Midwest. She added that stealing their eggs robs them of nutrients and that I wasn't a professional when it comes to chickens. I looked at her and said, "Are you a professional cat wrangler?" She looked confused and replied, "What? Me, you have cats, but you're not a professional at it? What do you do when they're sick or acting off?" Heather, "I take them to the vet." Me, but you're not a professional. Me, Heather, "Well, no, but they're my pets. I wouldn't let something happen to them." Me, exactly. These chickens are my pets. They live a spoiled life. Heather looked away and said, Well, Mia said she was going to report you for animal abuse. I took Heather outside to see the coop. All three of my girls ran up to greet us. I showed her around and asked if this looked like abuse. She admitted it didn't. I also showed her the meals I prepare for the chickens and explained how I ensure they get the nutrients they need. I told her what you talk about with Mia is your business. I would hope you know me well enough to trust that I don't torture my animals, but if you have doubts, I'll gladly show you around. However, I will not be discussing Mia with you anymore. I've made the choice to go no contact. That doesn't mean you have to take a side or try to fix things between us. Heather ended up apologizing and admitted that Mia had sounded so confident that she believed everything without question. I felt completely drained afterwards, still haunted by the ghost of Mia. I'm not sure how serious Mia is about reporting me for animal abuse, but there's nothing abusive happening here. I hope she's just spitting venom, hoping to provoke me into unblocking her. I can't believe this is the same woman who used to hold my hair back in college. I'm also starting to question how much I want to invest in my friendship with Heather.